Kaper's 32, episode 5. We got Dallas in the studio tonight. How you doing, man?
Oh, Jesus, what's good, man?
Man, I'm glad we got to get this collaboration going on. It seems like we've been rapping for about like 10 or 15 years, and all these MCs have come and gone over the years, man, but me and you are still standing here on top, you know what I mean? Look, everybody wanna be a rapper. That's all they wanna do, man. They just wanna rap a little bit, you know what I mean? But don't wanna do the work. Don't wanna write the rhymes. That's all they wanna do. Everybody wanna be a rapper. Rappers. You're a rapper, you're a rapper, but you're a rapper. Don't wanna do the work. Don't wanna do the work, though. Kaper's 32, episode 5, featuring Dallas. Let's get it. I've heard thousands come and go, they're all the same. They all call it the game and all they want is fame. Decide to be a rapper and pick an awful name. Record a couple shitty songs and get a watch and chain. See, I wrote 100 rhymes before I put out a track. Before I called myself an MC, I learned how to rap. I tried to be unique with the sound of my craft and to put down a couple racks before I counted some cash. See, I can't respect your hustle if you don't got flow. Seen 1,000 shit rappers and call Lil John Doe's. When they get off stage, they get no bravo. No repeat attendees, come and watch a show. What you know about blasting 1,000 flyers? Same day as your show, out of town is a one-nighter. Most rappers aren't writers, just actors and puppets. That's why I work every week to give you actual substance.
Everybody wanna be a rapper. They never think that it'll be a disaster. They want it free, they wanna eat dessert, but nobody wanna do that work. Everybody wanna be an MC. They don't even hold a mic properly. They never know they gotta start in dirt, and don't nobody wanna do that work. Let me get that mic, I wanna talk. It's gonna be hard not to put my feet on your chest and walk up and down that ass with some truth for the day. Kaper gave me half a 32, probably not enough to say what I wanna say, I'ma do it anyway. Can't believe the shit I see. This is hip-hop today, it starts local, it goes to the top. Prima donnas out here, claiming king for the album drops. You ain't never been paid for your time on stage. Guess what, you ain't an MC. If you ain't never sang a hook, that made them all look. Well, guess what, you ain't an MC. I wrote 100 verses for my friends, knew I rapped. I wanna be good before they hear me, man. You ever think of that? I want you to know you're making it harder for me. If I'm giving 100% and you giving it 73.
Well, it was a different section of the song, obviously. It's part of the fade out, and it just worked for this one. Hey, how you doing? You're listening to Kaper's 32. This is episode 5. It's featuring Dallas. We got my co-host Tim Hansen. He's on fire, the engineer at North Village Recording here. How you guys doing tonight?
Damn good.
Fantastic.
It is a Friday night. We're in here earlier than we normally are. I normally record on Sundays, but Super Bowl Sunday coming up, so we figured we'd get in here a little bit extra earlier. And plus, we got some video editing to do. We got, what is it, Images Above?
Images Above.
Images Above coming in to film us do this whole podcast thing. So Dallas, man, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
Man, it's great to get you on a collaboration finally, especially with this new medium that we're doing with the Kaper's 32,
Dude,
man.
This is a good look you got going on here, man. This is pretty amazing.
You think so?
I do. I've been peeping out a lot of these episodes, and dude, it's to come with music every single week is a must. It just has to happen. To come with something new every week, like you're doing something that should have been done locally around here a long time ago, man.
It's like a weekly, but like online. You know what I mean? Instead of just having a show like live, like a weekly, man.
Dude, I can tell you
like
firsthand.
Mad Real Mondays. I'm going back that far.
I mean,
Rhymer dies.
That's fair though, you know. I mean, when you think about the history of the Hip Hop Weekly in Columbia, you know, it definitely started with, you know, Rhyme or Die, and then Mad Real Mondays for sure.
Right,
I mean,
man.
and you're doing something weekly, you know, to kind of try and, but you know, it's like the online thing. It's like meet up on YouTube and talk about it, you know, like. Because everyone's so antisocial now.
Did you ever perform at any of those Mad Real Mondays, like that far back?
No, I was in the crowds on a bunch of them, man, but never actually jumped up, man. That was when I was like, okay, let's just give a little segue to one of the topics that we wanted to talk about. I knew at that point I was not ready to be in front of people doing my music because I wasn't ready and it wasn't polished enough. And I was able to see that as an artist myself at that point.
So you kind of absorbing up knowledge.
I'm too green to be on that stage right now. I was looking at people on that stage that were too damn green to be on that stage. And that's what made me think, no, I'm polishing this shit before I come out.
So when did you actually start like Right. So we both actually coincidentally mentioned that we wrote like 100 rhymes before we put out a track. We both did that concept in our verses.
Yeah.
So like, what was like some of the earlier tracks for you that you actually
by the way,
put
that was
out?
completely inadvertent. We wrote these verses completely separate from each other, and we just accidentally hit that 100 verse reference before. I don't know. That's awesome, by the way.
Right.
And man, it was when I really think about this, I want to say like
the first shit you were putting
03,
out.
04 was like the first time I ever did like a show where people paid to get in.
Okay.
And then that didn't happen a lot. There was like one or two of those a year that happened until like 08 when I hooked up with Indie Ground.
Okay.
And that was, those guys, they got me off the couch and into the game. You know what I'm saying? When I really think about when shit got serious for me, it was 08. That's when I started recording Real Name, and that was whenever things really popped off for me. And started getting around doing shows out of town.
I think like the collective of people who were doing things like around then, that was like a really, really active year.
Oh yeah.
In Como hip hop. Like there's paint on my wall in this studio from hip hop events that were going on in 08. The plastic piece, Fear and Loathing in Como. A lot of people have probably seen it on Instagram when I post from the studio.
It's always in the
That
background.
was painted by Plastic at
Fugue.
It was at Fugue, and it was the show after the Dear Columbia release party.
Okay.
It might have been a Mad Real Monday. I need to look at the date on the actual thing, but it might have been.
Man, I don't know. I think those
been,
were done by that point.
No,
I think Mad
no
Real
way,
had been,
dude. Because when I moved to St. Louis, whenever I moved back, I met my wife at Mad Real Mondays at Mojo.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Dun, dun,
it might have been in
dun.
suspension at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because,
it might not have been. It might have been like the same like crew of people, but not titled.
Yeah, I mean,
Mad Real
but there
Monday.
was, I mean, it was after Sapphire. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely after that period it ended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff. A lot of stuff was going on.
So
at the
you were
Fugue,
doing like
but
that's when you started doing like actual live performances and stuff like that.
Yep.
Damn, man, man, we've been doing this for so long. It seems like how old are you right now?
Old as
I'm
fuck.
32. Obviously, I fucking mention it all the goddamn time. But I
Old
mean,
as
it's
fuck.
good. It's good. No, it's good because
I am old AF.
it says something though. It says that you're sticking with this craft. It's not just
yeah.
something that you dipped in and out of.
Real talk, man, because I took a few years away. I got married. We got our lives aimed in the right direction in my family, and that was awesome, man. We weren't really that off. It was just nice to gather myself and get right on a lot of things, man. Got the professional life sorted out, and so like it felt right to come back to music. The wife noticed, you need to be on stage. I do a couple shows. I did 3 shows over the whole 3.5 years that I was off, and she would see like me bouncing around happy as hell for a few months after each one, and like
Right.
that was a real obvious thing. Like, this is a part of you. You don't get told you suck when you do it, so you might as well keep doing that,
Right. And you
here I
gain
am.
a lot from it, man. I mean, like getting on stage and doing good and
yeah.
killing a crowd is like there's
nothing better.
It's a crazy high,
I mean, there's things that are better, but it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's a good flavor of life, for sure.
Yeah.
One of my favorite flavors. But yeah, man. So let's talk about this brainstorming process and how we came up with this track. You came over to my house last Monday. We had some just Facebook messages exchanging from when I was in the last session last week here.
Oh yeah.
So you came over on Monday after work. We both have 9-to-5 jobs essentially, and man, we just hung out and thought of. We went through a lot of beats, and how I came across this beat, I had 2 separate folders. One from a lot of like sampling type of beats and those different type of beats that I made, but a separate folder that was all a project that I was working on where I sampled everything from Grand Theft Auto Radio. And I was thinking in my head as I was making the project, it's going to be summertime hipster G-Funk.
Yeah.
Like that's what was going on in my head. And it's summertime hipster G-Funk feel for sure, but it's all...
That's an alternate title in that song.
Oh, I know, right? But it's all... and I'm still got a lot of beats in that genre that I was working on, but it was all loops with no kick drums added or no beats behind it.
Right.
I mean, Tim beefed it up too, and really even the way that I sampled it was pretty lazy, just like off Spotify on my phone straight into like my DAW program. But so I just cut up the loops and put it in that order, man, and that's how it worked. And I can't wait to show you the original song. It's so weird.
Can't wait to hear
So when we sat down and came up with this process, we were thinking of, the phonetics, the rhyming, like putting time into the rhymes, and how we've been doing that for so long, and how we're not gonna say like we're the only people to do that, but there's so many in a sea of thousands of rappers. There's so many of them that just like write their first rhyme and then put it out, and that's kind of where we started with the basis of the song. I mean, we're just bullshitting and like just came up with the hook, just started yelling it basically in my kitchen. Like
there was other
around.
beats that were stronger in my opinion, and then he starts like singing way more aggressively than the one that got put on the real song. This hook, and it like made me go, word. Okay, we need to do that one right there. That's the one. And
everybody want to be a rapper.
Oh yeah.
We were doing it crazier, but
it was fun though, man. And I mean, it was really tight how I went from watching the episode of you and my man to the left here, Tim, and then seeing the
Rappers Delight episode.
Yo, that Rappers Delight episode was awesome. But then like the one with you and T-Pit, and I was like, I want to get on one of these. And then like here we are, you know, like
here we are, man. A week later, and you know what? Not only that, we're gonna be putting this out in like 2 days.
Yeah,
like 48 hours from now.
Kind of awesome.
Monday morning. At 7 o'clock in the morning. What's that going to be, the 14th?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So right on the 14th, Monday morning, 7 a.m., boom, we'll have this up. Man, I want to also talk about, so like, how did your week go of writing?
Oh,
after we departed ways, we came up with the topic. I gave him the beat. We went our separate ways Monday night. Where did you go with the writing?
I went straight home to the lab and smashed on it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Just all 16 out at once?
Well, right now, man, I'm working on a new set. And so I was like, I could go home, I could put this off until the end of the week and keep rehearsing this brand new set that I'm working on right now. And I've got to perform in a week. And that, I was like, no, I mean, I'm vibing. Just leaving your house, it was amazing, man. We had a good vibe going on, and it was easy to just finish it. So, yeah.
Nice.
I mean... Smashed the track out, and then I've been working on it all week.
Doing like touch-ups and re-editing and
making sure the dismount was clean.
Because you came in here, man, and you recorded it without even looking at your phone or your...
Oh, I mean, I had the notebook out. Yeah.
Oh, from my
angle,
I had
it down there for reference, but I mean...
From my angle, I couldn't see it because I was looking through the giant display in the main room.
I'm excited about making music again, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm really pumped doing this shit right here, getting videos out again, becoming relevant in the scene. That's huge, man. And I didn't realize how fast you can lose all that momentum that you build for so many years working in the scene. Then, on the flip side of it, all of it comes back if you come back correct.
Right. I think it's if you start to miss it a lot, and then it like builds up like, I haven't been doing this, I haven't been doing this, I haven't been doing this, and all of a sudden, like, you sit down and you start doing it again, and it'll come back, like, either right away or you'll take, like, a couple bars to get back into it, man. But part of the reason why I'm doing this weekly upload is to keep that building. It's kind of like, I look at it like push-ups, right? Like,
oh, yeah.
If you do push-ups every day, you can just do 50 push-ups, you sit down and do them. But if you don't do them every day, it's hard to pop off 10, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So... keeping that brain, that muscle, that rhyme muscle in my brain strong, I think.
Keeping that blade sharp.
You're totally the sum of your training. It's like that Tom Brady commercial where there's like one of them, and then there's two of them, and then there's four of them, and there's 16 of them.
Right, exactly.
Until there's like a million of them.
Man, my writing process...
does it every fucking day.
My writing process on this track was kind of crazy. I had like okay, so Monday night when we departed, I went to bed. Just chilling. Tuesday, Wednesday, designated for my girl. Those are my girls' times. And then Thursday, man, I had to work 12 hours, right? Out of nowhere, we had this crazy sale going with some albums. So I get home on Thursday. I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm gonna write. I got, 5 hours to write. It's gonna be dope. And I walk into my living room and my modem is gone. My PlayStation isn't gone. The TV isn't gone, but my modem is gone, right? Check this out. Turns out a roommate that I had like 3 months ago, that's been out of the house for 3 months, moved out and left his Mediacom like modem and cable box at the house, right? Just left it there. So it's been sitting around for like a week or a month, and I put it in the closet, in the upstairs closet. Well, I guess they sent him a letter that was like, and then, but check this out. Since then, I've got my own MediaCom account, right?
Right.
Just internet. Just I got a modem set
Oh,
up.
please tell me he came and stole your shit.
He didn't mean to. He thought it was his.
That's still funny as fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't live there and he came in the house.
He came, but yeah, because my other roommate didn't get the key back from him yet, so he still had it. But and it wasn't a big deal. But he came in and accidentally grabbed mine, right, and brought it back to MediaCom and returned it. But they didn't scan it yet because they're like, you need to bring the cable box back also, because I guess he forgot that he also had a cable box.
Dummy.
So I walk home, my modem's gone. It takes me like 20 minutes to figure out what fucking happened because I haven't seen this guy in like 3 months. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I figure it out, and then I like call him up. He's not answering, and I go down to his work, and he calls me up as I'm like driving up, and then we talk about it. So he got it all fixed up this morning, but man, last night that was irking me until I figured it out. And then I finally got back home, and then I sat down, and there was like a lot of just stress going on. I just sat down and pumped out like 12 bars, and like, dude, and like, just like that, I was like, oh God, and just like use that as motivation to get it out. Like, and then I got to the 12th bar and I didn't want to force out 4 more, you know. So then today I went to work and mysteriously had to work another like 11-hour shift. And then after I got off work was just like
mysterious.
Well, we had the sale going and it was supposed to be over last night. That's the crazy thing. But you know how my job is, man.
This isn't the time off you're looking
selling
for.
shit, man.
No, man. I ended up getting 47 hours this week. That wasn't bad. And the majority of it was the last 2 days when I had to like crunch
To
out
write.
this
They know
verse.
you got to write.
But
That's
either
hip-hop.
way, though, man,
That's hip hop right there.
Even after I finished the first draft, I went through and did like 3 re-edits where I actually changed like 4 or 5 lines. I even took out some bars. I got some throwaway bars.
Damn, man.
But about your verse, though, man, what were some of your favorite parts of your verse?
Honestly, man, the fact that we inadvertently fucking doubled up on that line.
The
like,
100 bar,
I just
the 100
don't
rhyme
get
reference.
how we accidentally did that while we wrote our shit across town. That's just too coincidental. I don't know.
Man, that is...
One thing I do like at the end of it, though, and this is another thing with the young rappers, man, because this is like, I joked about this whenever we was talking and kicking it at your house. This song feels like, I'm going to do a Seinfeld reference, so everybody that's young, get ready to get on YouTube and see what the fuck I'm talking about. The Festivus poll. I feel like this song was the hip-hop Festivus poll, and we all aired
That's
our
funny.
grievances. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to stand around and air our grievances with the state of hip-hop.
I think we're bitter old men. And
Yeah,
kind of like,
it's tough not to take that standpoint when you're getting old AF. But anyway, man, I don't know. How my dismount. When you're putting out your first couple songs that you've ever written in your life, and you're putting that shit onto YouTube, and you're putting it onto all these blogs and all these hip hop websites and everything, and pushing it so fucking hard,
just spamming.
just know right now, and honestly, that you are making it hard for anybody that has really been doing this for 10 years to get out there. When you get a show and you have done less than, I don't know, I think you've done nothing musically, and you have a show in my city, and you get up on that stage and you are shit, and it shows, man, you're just making it hard, because there might be somebody there at that show that's their first hip-hop show in a while, and they're giving it a chance again.
Yeah, go to if you want to get on stage, go to the open mics.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, just make sure you're polished. That's all, man.
Just
Like, there's people that just want to get up there right off the bat because they're like, oh, I'm tight. No, motherfucker, you're not.
Take
You
time
need
with the
to
craft is what we're trying to say to the
hone that
youngins.
shit. And you might be good. I'm not discouraging people from doing music. No, just get real fucking good before you bring it out.
Right.
And
Yeah, the 100 rhyme reference that we both just used without even telling each other was pretty good, man.
yeah.
Okay, so that's good on the writing. Tim, I want to ask you something, man. As far as talk a little studio talk, as far as the plugins, the effects, any tricks that you use with the engineering, what kind of software you're using. I mean, I know
Tell
you
us
could go on
everything you
forever
do.
about it, but briefly,
mean, gosh, man.
give me your. I know you could go on forever about this type of stuff, but
Well,
like,
North Village, obviously, we're using a Pro Tools system. We've got a couple of them, actually. Our main system, you know, I've got a lot of stuff that I like to go to on a regular basis. I mean, as far as, like, plugins and stuff go.
well, for this particular track.
Oh, for this particular
Yeah,
track.
like what?
I've really been into the Fab Filter products lately. I got their stuff after Mix with the Masters. I was kind of on the fence, but then I really bought in. So I've been using a lot of their stuff. Their Pro Q and their Pro DS are usually like the front end of my vocal chain, and then I've been using a lot of the Universal Audio stuff now too. Their plugins are DSP powered, so they come with their own chipset for powering the plugins and stuff, so it doesn't tax the CPU, and their stuff sounds really, really good.
You have so much hardware here, man, and then you'll see that in the video that we're making for this particular podcast.
Sure,
Tim
a lot of
knows
B-roll
really.
footage.
I mean,
and
right now we're using a lot of the preamps that are in the API 500 series rack, right underneath the interfaces and stuff like that. We've got a lot of the great go-to stuff here at North Village. Obviously, in the vocal sound, I think has become pretty,
this
pretty
microphone
renowned
right here.
as far as our main vocal chain, which the Manly that you're actually speaking through it still.
Hello.
There's really no reason for me
This is
to
a
ever
good microphone.
take the chain out of use, but we're the Shadow Hills pre and a good Neve compressor on that mic, and then I've got like the backup here with like a Millennia preamp, which is awesome.
For those of you that don't speak tech,
Well,
Hey, man, he asked for it.
No,
so that's the deal, man.
I mean, I got what I asked for, and I wanted that because that's what you do.
Yes.
And that's what you care about.
getting
So it's
pretty
good
damn
that
good
you
at
like express, be like,
For
man,
me, it's just real important that a lot of people focus on having like a really broad set of tools. Like I gotta have everything, and that's cool.
because you can do anything.
I've got a lot of things, and I'll reach for a lot of them on a regular basis. But it's good to like have things,
Right.
tricks up your sleeve, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right,
you never know
right.
what's gonna walk into a song that day.
And I think that
it's,
from now on, I think we'll briefly touch up on that towards the that'll be a little segment like what'd you use for this track or something
Sure.
like that.
I will say one thing
where
that,
you get
that,
to say,
that's kind of unique or whatever. If you wanted to talk about like mixing cues and stuff like that, there's some
well, just for this particular track.
There's some backing vocals on both of your choruses, for example.
Oh, shit, okay.
And there's some stuff that I've been using, some tricks that I kind of picked up this summer working with the guys
Okay.
out at Mix with the Masters for like
Okay.
making a background
Look at
vocal
you.
sit wide,
Look
So
at
there's
you.
some tricks in those choruses that if you're really listening and you're listening to the width of the mix and you hear those background vocals, they're really popping on the
Right.
sides and
Nice.
stuff. And,
So
yeah.
I would suggest putting on some Sennheisers or maybe some Sony headphones and listening to this track. Sure. Nice fades to the left and rights and the delays and the
damn straight.
sweet mastering and compression that Tim Hansen does over here at North Village Recording. So
That's right.
on that note, man, we're going to wrap it up. So let's do some promotions down the line. Dallas, let's get your promotions going first, man. Go
You know
for
what?
it.
I'm gonna start before I jump into what I got listed right here with my man Andrew at Images Above.
Okay.
He's here. He's out here right now, Columbia, Missouri. He is the whole Missouri. Let me just rephrase that. He's doing it, man. Like this guy is making quality videos, and you're gonna see it watching this tonight. I'm so pumped. I worked with this guy. We're in cahoots. I've been
You're trying to get
filming
a
stuff
raise
with
right
this
now.
guy.
No, I'm joking.
No, I'm trying to get him his due because the
I'm
dude has
joking.
been working his ass off
Hey,
to
I
build
kid,
this
I
brand.
kid, I kid.
And it shows. So I just want to say
No,
thanks
man.
for coming and filming this. Where's the camera? Thank you.
It's
Anyway,
looking
that's the only
great.
time I'm gonna look in that lens tonight. But all right, so on to me. I was lucky enough for all of these web addresses to just match up perfectly. If you're on SoundCloud, Dallas is Hip Hop. If you're on Facebook, Dallas is Hip Hop. If you're on Twitter, Dallas is Hip Hop. If you're on Instagram, it's Dallas is Still Music.
Yes.
That one's the oddball,
Consistency.
but that's what's going on.
You got some shows coming up?
Got shows, man. Feels so good to have more shows booked right now, coming up in the next 2 months than I've done in the last 4 years. That's amazing to me.
Okay, let's talk about them.
February 12th, playing in Lee's Summit, Missouri. Interesting venue, man. Some friends of mine that run a production company out of Kansas City, 2C Productions. These guys, man, they've got a really awesome monthly going on at the American Garage Bar and Diner. It's doesn't sound very fancy, but it's a damn good time. It's a good crowd of people, and it's very cool. And I can't wait to play there. And I've got a lot of Kansas City people who haven't seen me play in years, so it's going to be like kind of a second city homecoming, and that's kind of cool to me.
Okay.
February 28th here in town, the Social Room. Jonesy, a fellow artist and friend of mine from St. Louis, man. Me and him get together every now and again and brainstorm on excuse me, and get together. We brainstorm on like different ideas for shows and themes, and we finally came up with one that we both like a lot, man. The Corridor is going to be a new segment, and I kind of just want to like hit on that. The Corridor is going to be, first of all, it's a term that's been used in the musician industry around here in the Midwest for years, man. It's the corridor. You travel and do shows, you're using the corridor. If you're not, you don't really know what the fuck's going on. There's probably better definitions, but that's a quick summary of it. And what the idea of the corridor as a show in this sense is basically to bring good artists from other towns to different towns and to encourage that intercity, interregional relationships in music. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're from, I don't know, Iowa, we're going to bring you here, and then you're going to bring us there, and we have two corridor shows. And,
I got you.
Everybody
It's like a
is
trade-off.
good. It's show swaps, but it's
Okay.
giving it a name and a brand. And I
Okay.
mean, we ain't doing anything new. We're just doing it in a way that gives it an idea and a stamp to where, okay, corridor shows are tight. They don't put on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And like,
well, I got to get on some of those, man.
yeah, it's what I'm saying. So Jonesy's holding it down in St. Louis. If we get people that know their cities and their venues in other cities, get at me, talk to us. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
this is how it's going to go. I'm not going to be in every one. Jonesy's not going to be in every one.
Right.
But there's going to be that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm happy to say that we coined that or did this, but at the same point, no, it ain't all about us, man. It's all about spreading that sound. And
Word. Well, what else you got?
the 18th of March, man. It's one that I'm playing with you here in town at the Social Room.
Oh, shit.
Yes, touch on that. You got some
Yeah,
details on
that's
that paper.
that's at the Social Room with Dallas, Triple Crown, Dr. Awkward, Blake Gardner, and the Farmers. It's a fundraiser for the V Foundation for Cancer Research.
That's
Yeah.
just a goddamn all-star party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it
that's
is.
going to be huge.
If you missed that, if you're
March
in- if you're
18th,
in Columbia,
Social Room. March 18th, Social Room, Columbia, Missouri. Make sure you make your fucking way down there.
I'm going to
'cause-
be in Florida. I can't believe that I'm missing that show.
No, he's going to be in Florida, but he's coming back for that one night, and then he's going back out.
I'm going to the airport in West Palm Beach. I'm gonna hop on the private. I'm gonna come down, touchdown at regional. I'm gonna have the limo driver bring me down to Social Room. I'm gonna
what's
get
up.
loaded on PBR. I'm gonna throw up all over Jesse Garcia's bathroom. I might shit my pants, and then I'm gonna hop back in the limo, go back to regional, get back on the private,
All right,
and
that's
go
what's up.
finish watching spring training.
So was that your last show, or you got
No, I
another
got
one?
Jonesy has a CD release on the 30th of April in St.
Okay.
Louis, and we're playing a really badass place called Element, and we're going to be on the rooftop, weather
Okay.
permitting. But it's a really, really like upscale, nice looking venue.
Element on the Rooftop.
Element on the
St.
rooftop in
Louis,
St.
April
Louis.
30th.
That's right. That's
All right, Tim Hansen, man, let's hear some promo for your stuff really quick.
As always, northvillagerecording.com. Please visit the studio's website. All of our social media links are up top. You can hit us on Facebook. You can hit us on Twitter. You can hit us on the gram. Email us. Please, call us, text us, ask us questions. All the info on our rooms, on our gear, a music player. There's a great news feed on our website that's very informative about who we're working with, what we're doing, events that we do here at the studio, which is something else I'd like to talk about because it's almost springtime again, which means First Fridays are going to get kicking on back over here at the studio again.
Nice.
I
love
wondered
those.
about that.
Next
Let me play
month,
one, man.
we have not. I haven't confirmed.
Let me play one.
I have not confirmed one show yet for this year. I've got bands that I'm talking to about dates, but I mean, we're definitely Dallas did one.
Let me put
I'm
you on the spot
definitely-
right now.
It was so fun.
We're definitely gonna do one. I'll commit and do a Kaper
Let's do
Lucero. We need to find out when Teep's gonna come back.
Audio
into town,
contract.
And we
Yeah.
totally played the backyard, man, because we did that with the Farmers at the end of fall, dude. It was a lot of fun doing it outside.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know that the Farmers will be back this year. I'm trying to get some of the other bands that I've worked with here at the studio over the last couple of years Some of the singer
Yeah, watch out
songwriters
for those.
and some of the MCs, man, to come in.
What are your block rates again?
And do stuff here for First Fridays. Currently, the hourly rate's $40 an hour. We do 10-hour blocks for $350, and we also do 30-hour packages now for $1,000.
Nice.
Okay.
So
nice.
I mean, affordable rates. You know me. I like to keep my door open. I like to stay busy. Everybody around here knows that.
That's what's
We're
up, man.
not we're not fingers and pinkies up in the air when we're tipping our drinks and keeping the little guy out of the studio. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I don't get better by not working, and it's important for me to be accessible, always to everybody, and to, always be, just trying to work, man. That's what we're doing.
And by the way, real quick, I'm gonna tag on to here. Rappers, when you want to record with this guy, first of all, you really should. Second of all, don't book 1 hour. You're not gonna get your song done in 1 hour. It's gonna need at least 2. Just don't book 1 hour. He gives those damn block rates for a reason. You're gonna want to do it. Stop
I'll book
fucking
your
around.
1 hour session if you need to come in and do some 1 hour stuff. But
Touch
I mean,
up.
by and large, yes. Don't be that guy. Don't
I got
be that,
3 songs, homie.
Don't
We
be
got
that
this.
guy who thinks that you're gonna finish recording in 15 minutes because you're awesome, and then you're gonna leave me for 45 minutes of mixing. Because I guarantee you, it's gonna be the opposite.
Listen
You're
to
gonna
the
be-
song at the beginning of
You're
this
gonna
podcast.
be rapping for 45 minutes, and you're gonna be looking at me like, "Why isn't my song done?" And you'll be like, "Because you booked an hour, motherfucker."
Pretty much. So there, I'm just saving you that.
All right, well, I'm going to cut you guys off there. Really quick, Kaper Lucero, Twitter, Facebook, IG, SoundCloud. Subscribe to the YouTube, Kapers 32. Brand new episodes every week, new material, new collaborations, new beats, everything that you need to hear from me weekly. Because I think by the end of the year, we're just going to make a best of and then come out with a cut that's just all the tracks instead of this dumbass podcast shit afterwards. So these are just the rough drafts you're basically getting where we give some commentary behind each one. So
Fuck yeah.
we kind of elaborated on the March 18th show. Definitely one more time. Show up then. It's going to be with Dallas, Triple Crown, myself, Dr. Awkward, Blake Gardner, and the Farmers. It's a fundraiser for the V Foundation for Cancer Research.
Yes.
So definitely come out and contribute to that and do some work.
Very worthwhile show to check out.
All right, we're going to peace out now. Thanks for listening to the whole goddamn podcast if you made it this far. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you next Monday with some brand new material. Later.
Oh, shit, dude. Fuck, man.
I just wanted to know.